Hello, this is Solomon Davis, Right Side Trader. Today is April 8th, 2023, and this is my weekly market review where I'm reviewing the NASDAQ 100 on a daily chart, weekly chart, monthly chart, and a quarterly chart. This is all for educational purposes only, no trade recommendations here. Just a quick look at the market and see what I'm seeing out here in the market. All right, let's jump right over to the charts. Zoom in a little bit here. I've zoomed in there already. We have been dropping. I am saying that we are turned into a bullish market because we have on the monthly chart, we have crossed the 10 moving average and we're still above it here again, staying above it here these first few days of the month and looking good. But we're heading into what I call some headwind or some supply, to say it correctly. Let's zoom on in so you can see what I'm talking about and all, and we'll wrap this on up right quick. On the quarterly chart, we ended the first quarter green and right at that 10 moving average that I have on here. We are above the 50 moving average on here, and I got these zones here. I brought up my future contract this time because on the future contract I have these zones here. I have the bottom, I have somewhere where I call in the middle, and I have somewhere where I call it the top. We do have the stochastic crossing over. Last month we saw volume drop. Last quarter we saw volume drop off a little bit. That's really a good sign. Usually the market goes up in a low low volume. So that's a good sign for that first quarter. I'm seeing everything supporting this market going higher, although there's a lot of people talking about recession, bear market is not over, but the charts are not showing it. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at the monthly chart here. On the monthly chart, again, last month, we did finish green. This month we started off with a little red doji. This is okay. So far we have I think we even made a higher high already. And let me see what this high is. This high is 13,348. This high back over here was 13,311. So we already made a higher high for the month of April. And as long as we don't make a lower low, I'm okay with this bull market continuing. But I see this right here. This is one of those pivot points down that I call when the market was dropping. It drops, it kind of pulls back up, and then it makes what I call a pivot point down. This was the higher point here, and that's why this line is way up. This is one of my lines. This is why this line is way up here, and then it dropped. It came back up here. On the monthly chart, it's a nice place to put it to. It came here, and this is my other pivot point down, and it dropped, and it came back up here. I'm looking forward to break this pivot point. If it's, like I think I said last week, if it breaks this pivot point here, yes, we're full on for a bull market and see if we can actually, again, we still have to cross this dotted line here, then start making new highs. And the whole while that the market is in this retracing back up out of this bear market that we were in, you need to keep your stops tight. If you're trading stocks, ETFs, anything like that, remember, it's free. These days, it's no commissions. Learn to take profit. Learn to get back in if you think the charts and your indicators are telling you to get back in. Right now, for me, I'm still good. I'm still good, able to ride this thing on up with the positions, couple of positions that I have. It was some crazy stuff that happened at the end of the week. Seemed like I mentioned one of my stocks, and I think the big guys that were on the call all jumped in and started slamming the market down so they can get in at a good price, and then it came back up. Just joking, guys. Just joking for you who know what I'm talking about. But it still looks good. That position still is good for me because I got in really, really early. So yeah, because a buddy of mine, we have been looking at a certain particular stocks and all, and trying to find ones to get into. And we actually did pretty good there. not get off that. And again, since I'm not really giving you guys any real detail of what's going on there. But this is where I said on the weekly chart, getting back to the weekly chart and getting into the NASDAQ entry was way back here, or your second chance was back here when you saw this little diversion, when these bottoms came here and this stochastic didn't come all the way back down here. You got these couple of dojis and you got your you didn't get a good confirmation candle here, but you got a bit of a confirmation candle here. And on the future market, it went from below 12, you can even go as high as 1200 to over 1300. That's 1,000 points on this particular future contract that is gone. So and this stochastic has been making waves going higher. Now, in my opinion, we're in a management zone when it comes to when it comes to the NASDAQ and comes to QQQ. I like looking at this weekly chart to kind of help me manage my particular trades. It's the chart that I like trading off of. My daily chart is what I use. I usually go to a lower time frame to actually enter my trades. But the higher time frames, I look to manage my trades. And then once I see, things are not working too well here, I'm looking at my daily, and it helped me out of my trades real soon. Because like right here, I might have saw this, and then I'm looking at my daily, and I'm looking at this. As soon as it gets below here, I'm out. But then once I see it cross back to above here, I'm back in. Again, certain stocks and ETFs, it doesn't cost me anything to trade. The thing is, I'd rather have a small profit and not let a winning trade turn into, well, I always say not have a winning trade turn into a losing trade. And so that's what I try to do. And all these days, especially while we're trying to get past some of these pivot points lows. Pivot point when the market was going down. You gotta just kind of like be careful, because this thing does make some crazy pullbacks, but then once you turn it around, you can get back in. It didn't do that crazy pullback, but then once it turns around, you can get back in based on your trading strategy, your trading style. Where's your entry point to get back into this thing? Because right now it looks like this market does want to go higher. All this recession talk, this bear nut market not over. I don't see it. I don't see it at all. I'm just seeing that we're getting ready to run into some headwind and maybe have a little tough time getting past this high. But if we can break this point, I'm looking for us to go to this next level, get back from under 14,000 on the NASDAQ to getting over 15,000 on the NASDAQ, and then having a hard time again, because then it'll be fighting to get back another couple thousand points to make a new high, But we have to wait and see what happens there. And that's what I'm seeing here. And on the daily chart, this is the daily noise that we see. And last week was, let me zoom in here a little bit, because I see this okay, but you may not see it okay. Monday. This was Monday. This was like Friday. We had got that big push up on Friday a couple of weeks ago. And then Monday, we ended up with this doji, kind of got you kind of, well, should I be in or should I be out? Then another doji, then it dropped. This was this the day? I think this was the day my little things that I were in kind of pulled back quite a bit, gave back a lot of profit that I had into the things. But it was still, I was looking at, it was still above, the NASDAQ had dropped below pivot. I don't like jumping out right away. As long as I got some profit in, and based on where I got in at, I still have a good price, and I'll wait till the next day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And knowing I was coming Friday, the future market was open for a little bit on Good Friday that morning. So this is Friday. This is Friday candle. Why I'm not seeing my dates right? Why is this showing me a 10th date? It's kind of strange. But yeah, this should be Friday candle on a daily chart. And as you can see, this thing looks like it's getting ready to turn around and try to break this top. Have to kind of like wait and see. But this is our next target, which is from where we're at right now. It's another almost at least 150 points. That's say 350 just to round it up. We'll look at the candle. High is 348, and we're at what's the high? This one, say 3200. So I go with 350 and 200. So that's 150 points that we can jump up here to break. It need 150 points in order to break this high. And the way the NASDAQ is moving, it can move 150 points in a day. So I'll be looking for this thing to break this on Monday. And I'm going to be looking for it to stay above pivot. So I got to wait and kind of like see what's happened. I don't want to see it was making these lower highs and lower lows. It made a higher low and a higher high. I do not really want to see this market go below this level right here. Right now, like I say, have your stops tight. I have my stops tight. If I see it, I'm out. It stops me out if it comes here. Because again, I took this little pullback. Now I don't want to, and I'm still profitable as long as this market now is continuing to go up. I don't want it to do a reversal on me and go back down here. So just keep it tight. And then if it comes back above here, I'll be back in. It doesn't cost me anything to place what I'm trading. It doesn't cost me anything to do trade, to just be in and out. And I'm used to being in and out anyway. So this is what I'm seeing on the NASDAQ. I do see the NASDAQ actually being still bullish and all. Just a little pullback, and it's turning right back around, well, like it's normally been doing. And let's just see what happens. Let's see if it can actually break this high right here next week. And I'll be looking for it to break this high right here next week, Monday. If it doesn't break it on Monday, then yes, maybe this market is getting ready to make this leg a little bit further down. Other than that, let's stay bullish. Our stochastic has dropped down to a point where we should have our stops tight if we haven't stopped out, if we didn't stop out already and all. You just have to wait and see. I'm one of those ones. Again, my pivot said up. If you end up closing below, you got to be out. But it ended up closing above. Now I'm just looking for it to keep going back to the upside. And that's it. It's real simple for me. My candle, like a friend said, my candlestick trading. But I'm using other indicators also. I'm way extended off of my moving average that I'm looking at my pivots, and I'm also looking at my stochastic. So it's not just candlesticks. It's 3 other indicators on here that I'm actually looking at. And just like I have put out a video before, no indicators, I use plenty of indicators, and you should too. That's all I really want to share. This is Solomon, Right Side Trader. Hope you guys having a great weekend and having a happy Easter. Talk to you next weekend. Bye.